So we've got Jota. About 850, 900,000 coins, 6 different SBCs to complete. The player group 27, I believe, is... I want to say team of the season or team of the week. I'm actually lost on which one it is, to be honest now. But regardless, it is a team of the season or team of the week, which is absolutely fine. So 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, and a 92 rated squad. Now, any pack that you do get back from this is going to be tradable, which is always perfect. But is he going to be worth it? That's the big question. So when it comes to these Path to Glories, they are basically joining the Path to Glory route. So they've got the win the quarterfinal, which is the game that they're going to be playing later on today. So if Portugal do manage to beat France, he will automatically go to a 97. If then he was to win the semi-finals against either Spain or Germany, whoever wins that, he would then get a 5-star because they've sneaky, they know what they're doing. So he would be a 97 with a 5-5, and then if Portugal do go on to win everything, he would be a 98 rated overall. Now the question you've got to ask is, A, are they going to go through? So that's a big question, number one. So would you see them beating France? Do you see them beating a Spain or Germany in the next round? That's kind of your first question there. Then obviously, if not, is he good enough anyway? Now, when it comes to the quadruple playstyle plus, we've got the finesse, we've got tiki-taka, we've got a little bit of technical, and we've got relentless. Stat-wise, looking pretty good across the board. Good pace, shooting's fantastic. Good amount of passing, dribbling's up there, composure at 91 I'll take. Decent amount of physicality for him, to be fair. That's one thing that I was surprised with him. Great aggression, great jumping, and great heading accuracy. So that's some extra stats that you get in there for free. He can play centre forward, striker, left wing. I would say, to be fair, he probably could play the wing role quite well. Even kind of that cam role. Maybe not necessarily as much of a striker, in my opinion, but as more of an assisting, bombing down the wing, bombing through the middle sort of player. So that will always be an interesting one nonetheless. So how do you get him done for free? Because as you can see, there is a lot of SBCs to get done. So straight off the bat, we go to the upgrades. The normal place to go to start with, especially now it's the weekend, is if you are still playing the game massively, then there is a lot of objectives, a lot of different stuff that you can do. So for instance, we've just got the brand new Festival of Football Cup. That's going to give you quite a decent amount of players, and towards the end, you do get a fair few 87 pluses as well, which is very nice. We get obviously some more XP for Fofana. You've got the One Nation Brazil if you really wanted to. I don't think that one personally for me is worth it as much. But then we kind of keep going. You've got your daily plays. That's going to be wrapping up and giving you a few more nice cards. And then obviously you've got the champs bonus. And then you've got the seasonal, which is going to be mainly for a few packs, but also the XP to get some of them players. So if you wanted to do this through SBCs rather than necessarily anything else, we have got at the moment the 81 player picks, which is a 1 of 4. That is going to be until Monday. We've then got the 80 plus times 3, which is going to be for the next 6 days. So this is earn a pack containing 3 players from Spain, France, Germany, England, Brazil, or Brazil rated 80 or higher. I don't know why there's no like Argentina or there. I'm not too sure personally, but regardless, this is the brand new one from today. So I'd imagine these should be okay. The main thing for these is to basically get you a better chance of a Path to Glory, because obviously the Path to Glories that have come out today are going to be focused around any team in the quarterfinal. Now, whether you'd want to give up a whole 11 players is the next kind of big question, because that's always going to be something you want to consider when doing any of these upgrades. What's the fodder purposes of this? Can you get a decent amount, or is it just going to be complete and utter rubbish? That's always the big one. So the Path to Glory, the knockouts. Celebrate the knockout stage. All previous released Path to Glory players whose nation have made it. Okay, that's pretty good. Build your favorites. So that gives you even more cards as well, which is nice. So that will give you a whole host of players to get if you get the ones previous as well. So for instance, I'm trying to think of a player that came out. I'm assuming it's just Path to Glories as well. So someone like a Saka from Team 1, that will obviously be in there also now, as well as then your Stones and your Gallagher. That's going to be in there also. So when it comes to the 81 player picks, then you've only got to give up, 11 players, but a minimum of 2. So technically for refreshes going around, it would be better to do the 80 times free because you are getting free players. That kind of just makes sense. But for your pick so you don't have to necessarily go through a lot of duplicates, then you possibly want to go with the 81 player pick, because you are naturally going to get more selection, less duplicates, and should get the whole host of fodder from every single nation. So you're not, like for instance, I know you can get in both out of there, but I just think the player picks always tend to be better. So what you want to be doing with the 89s is obviously going round and just putting everything in the exchange, because what you want to be trying to get is any of the Path to Glories or anybody of that sort of caliber to be able to kind of grind around even more to then put into this upgrade. So for instance with Rodri, I'm not ready to do an SBC yet. He'll go into the 89 exchange, give me myself a lot more of them player picks, or the 80 times free to do, which is going to be perfect in itself. Squeaky chair. Then from there, so you obviously got that as the starter, you gain in fodder, you're putting any duplicates into the exchange. We then also have, for today only, I'm pretty sure, the lovely 85 times 5 as well, which is nice. So for instance, if I just deal with these, you'd put them into an upgrade obviously, but for the purpose of the video, you'd then go ahead and go into, if I can see it, into the SBCs, and you will have another selection of bigger upgrades to go. More than likely, we will see more of these coming throughout the week as well. And also with Jota, you have got 13 days to get this done. If you don't want to do it straight away, and maybe you wanted to wait until you've obviously got him either past the next round and you only want to do him if he gets past the quarters, or you have pretty much got until the final. Like, I think that he would expire past the final, so you'd know truly where he stands if they go out in the quarters, if they go out in the semis. You could do it then if you wanted to wait. So then obviously with the upgrades, you got your 85 times 5, and I think the 85 player pick's gone, so we should be getting something more tomorrow. But also we do have the FOF crafting, which I think is not a bad one to be doing as well. That's always a perfect one to be able to get the objectives done as well if you haven't finished all 160. Then grinding round is literally just putting any kind of 89s and above into the exchange, doing more player picks, trying to get as many fodder cards as possible. Once then you've kind of got a good basis, then I would be looking at completing some of Jota's SBCs. Now the 92 is going to take a little bit of time. It's not necessarily a quick one, because 92 rated team is relying on either you've got a good amount of Path to Glories, or you've got a lot of high rated fodder coming in from these players as well, which is going to be very difficult in itself. The one thing I do want to check for you is, what is this? Is this a team of the season or a team of the week? Because it could be just team of the season, but I'm not too sure. If I go by specials, we can obviously put you in, and I don't know if I've got one team of the week. So team of the week in, it does count. Do these count as well? Yeah, so it is team of the season or team of the week, so that's absolutely fine. So you can put red picks in any of these. You've only got 3 of them to do, but that's all you've got to do. So grind it out. Let me know if you need any more questions going on. It's going to be an interesting one to see where he does end up. I'm not too sure. He could be one of the ones that do manage to go quite far, or it might not. You never know. So let me know down below what you think, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Just as Germany just miss.